recap what we did earlier. By the continuity here. So we have done the classification. We are trying to understand the classification of PDEs. Okay, classification of PDEs for the second order linear PDEs mostly. Almost the same thing you can just do for the semi-linear also. So what we are going to do is that the most general case of the second order linear PDE, okay, which can be written in this form: AUXX plus BUXY plus CUYY plus extra term is going to come. First order terms will come. So I'm just going to push that on the other side and going to write this like some pi of x comma y comma u comma ux comma uy. So this is the one I am writing. Based on this one, A, B, C, we classify this as hyperbolic, parabolic, and elliptic. So we have b square minus 4ac, which is the discriminant of the PDE or the auxiliary case coordinate. And if it is greater than 0, okay, then we call that as hyperbolic. So and equal to 0 means parabolic, less than 0 means elliptic. So that's what we have seen so far. So what we have is like for u belongs to c square omega and a, b, c are functions of x and y, they are continuous, etc. We have seen that. So now we are classifying it according to b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, that is called hyperbolic. Okay. So an example is like, and b square minus 4ac. Okay, so b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Then we call it as parabolic, and b square minus 4ac is less than 0. Then we call it as elliptic. So this is the classification we have. Now what we are going to do is that suppose we have some other format of this equation, we can translate them into canonical form. So canonical form is mostly what we have is we have three types of equations here. One is going to be u alpha alpha, u eta eta plus u chi chi, etc. So that we are. So what is the canonical form? So there are 3 or 4 standard forms. Okay, so that will translate and then we'll try to find it. So also we have seen some of the examples for this one in the last class. For example, wave equation is a hyperbolic equation, heat equation is a parabolic equation, and Laplace equation is the elliptic equation. So this is wave. So 3 important PDEs we already discussed: the wave equation, and then heat equation, and then Laplace equation. Okay, so these 3 equations we have seen. So these 3 are fitting into one of these categories. So again and again we are going to see mostly these 3 equations. Okay, so either you translate it into standard form or not standard form, etc. We are going to see. So here next what we are going to do is that we are going to derive the canonical form of the PDE. Okay, canonical form, what we are going to do is that, so there is a significance of this PDE which we will see. Okay, what we can do is that we can transform to some other coordinate system using the characteristic systems, etc. And from that, what we can do is that you can solve that on the transform domain and then bring it back to the original domain. For example, we solve a wave equation using the transform domain, and then we get a similar equation what we got in the what we got using the D-Alembert formula or whatever we did in the wave equations lectures. Okay. So that's what we are going to do. Now what we are going to do is that suppose your x and y are one coordinate system. Okay, x and y are one coordinate system which we have. Now I am going to transform them to another coordinate system called chi and eta. Okay, so chi and eta coordinate I am going to translate, and then we are going to find it what is the corresponding equation for this one. So one thing we are going to check here is that suppose I translate this problem from my x comma y coordinate to chi comma eta coordinate. Question number 1 is, suppose this is hyperbolic in this coordinate system, will it be hyperbolic still in that system? If it is parabolic, will it be still parabolic? If it is elliptic, will it be still elliptic? Or will it change? Okay, that is my question. Okay, suppose I have it. So that we are going to explore. Okay, and the answer is yes. Okay, affirmative. So we will get that yes as the answer. We are going to see like what is the how it is going to be obtained. Okay, so suppose x comma y and eta comma chi comma eta is given. That means I can write chi equal to chi of x comma y, some function I can find it, and eta equal to eta of x comma y I can find it. Now change of coordinates, so I have to find the Jacobian. So the Jacobian is going to be tau by psi y eta x chi of x comma chi comma eta divided by tau of x comma y. This is called Jacobian. So j is not equal to, okay, suppose my j is not equal to 0. Just remember this because we are going to use it whenever we are transforming. If j is not equal to 0, then it is guaranteed that you get a bijective transformation. Okay, means you can just translate from eta x comma y coordinate to eta comma chi comma eta coordinate, as well as chi comma eta coordinate to x comma y coordinate. Okay, both ways you can transform. So now what we are going to do, we are going to find that one for each of the hyperbolic, parabolic, and elliptic. So what are those corresponding coordinate is going to come. Okay, so you can simply substitute that. For example, some of the cases you can simply guess it, and then you can find it from b square minus 4ac. You can transform them, and then you can solve it on that domain. You can break it back. So let's find first. So we need to translate this into this coordinate system, another coordinate system. So for that, I have to find what is my ux, uy, uxx, uxy, uy. So mostly I require uxx, uxy, and uy. Ux, uy will be required there. So we'll translate it. Okay. So ux is going to be u chi x, okay, plus u eta x, because u is nothing but my u is nothing but u of I'm just translating to the other coordinate system. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that in some textbook they used to put u chi and u eta, but I am going to use it in different way. What I'm going to do is this is going to be some different notation I'm going to put. I'm going to put w. Okay, w of u equal to u of x comma eta is going to come. Okay, x comma side. So, but I am going to denote this one as u equal to w of chi x of chi comma eta, okay, x of chi comma eta, and y of chi comma eta, okay, because you are going to transform this. Then w of, so this is going to be in terms of x comma y, and w of chi comma eta, I'm going to write it as u of chi of x comma y, okay, comma eta of x comma y. Okay. So this is going to be my notation. Therefore, what I can do, I can just write ux. Once I write ux, that I am going to write it as u of ux is going to be like w of chi. Okay, w of chi is equal to x r square. Similarly, here, this I am going to denote this w of x. Okay. Similarly, uy is going to become like w of chi y plus w of eta y, okay, and uxx is going to become like w of chi, okay, w of chi into w of chi into, okay, so I'm just going to differentiate first time with respect to this one. So w of chi into chi eta of x whole square, so chi x square plus I'm going to differentiate chi is there, okay, and I can differentiate with respect to eta again. So here one more eta will come. So w of chi eta into eta x, chi x eta x will come. Similarly here, if I take with respect to chi, then there will be w eta chi eta x, chi x and eta x will come. So I'm going to denote this 2 times, okay, w of I'm just assuming here it is continuously partial derivative existing. Therefore, I can write u chi eta equal to u eta chi. So therefore, I am going to write this one as w chi eta eta x chi x. Okay, plus w of eta x whole square. Okay, and then plus. So here I have w of chi into chi xx plus w of eta into eta xx is going to come. Same thing over here. So uxy is going to come. First I write uyy. So uyy is going to come the same way. W of chi y square plus 2 times w of chi eta y chi y eta y. Okay, plus w of eta y square plus w of chi into chi y plus w of eta into eta y. Same way, you can write w of u of x comma y. Okay, so u of x comma y is going to be little different because you will not get u chi eta x will not come because one is going to be x eta x, another is going to be chi x eta y combination is going to come. That we will not get the same thing. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get u chi will be same. Okay, into the chi x square only w of eta w of chi comma chi eta of one is going to be eta x chi x eta y, and then another one is going to become like chi y eta x plus w eta x eta y is going to come plus here w of chi into chi xy. Okay, and w of eta into eta x. W eta x. So this is going to be my ux uy uxx uyy ux. Now if I substitute over here, okay, let's just erase this. If I substitute over here, so if I substitute over here, what I'm going to get it like so once I substitute, okay, a u x x u y is going to come. Okay, so in that case I'll get some values. So I will transform them to w here w is the w chi w. So everywhere you can see that w chi etc. is going to come. So the similar kind of term is going to come. So once I transform them, what I am going to do is that I am going to get this way: a into w chi plus b into w chi eta plus c into w eta equal to some pi of x, not x here, it is going to be chi eta w chi w eta is going to be. Now we need to find what is this a b c. Okay, so I need to collect what are the terms corresponding to that. Okay, so if I just collect the ux, okay, so if I just collect the w chi eta, okay, w chi eta, then in this case what I'm going to get, I'm going to get there is a w chi here, there's a w chi here. Okay, so any other w chi, nothing is there. Okay, only these two. So in that case I'm going to get like a is going to become like a into w chi. Okay, a into, I'm going to get that a into w chi into x square is going to come. Okay, and then one more term is there. Okay, so d u x y That is the one more term is coming to b into chi x chi y. B into chi x chi y is going to come. Okay, here one more term is there. Yeah. Okay, so three terms are there. So I'm going to get that out of it. So a is going to become like, so a is going to become like, so this one I got to multiply with a, therefore I'm going to get a into chi x square. This is going to be c into chi y square is going to come, okay, plus c into chi y square, and this is going to be b into chi x chi y plus b into chi x chi y. Okay, so this is nothing but a, and c also I can write a similar way. We just immediately guess that. Okay, so that is also going to become same because these two are there. Okay, I have here one, and here one. Therefore, you can guess it immediately. So that is going to become like a into chi y square plus b into sorry, not chi. It is going to be, it's going to be eta, right? Eta. It's not chi. It's going to be eta. Okay. Eta x square plus b into eta x eta y plus c into eta y square. Okay. Now b is nothing but I have the terms from chi x eta x term. Okay, chi x not chi x eta x. What I need to get? I need to get that from, so w chi. Okay, I don't get this one. Okay, this one, and then this one. Okay, only these terms. So that is going to become like 2 into chi x eta x. Okay, 2 into chi x eta x. So this is going to be multiplied by a. So this is going to be like 2 times a into chi x eta x, chi x eta x. Okay. Chi x eta x plus. So this term, this is going to be b. So that is going to become like chi x eta y plus eta y into chi x plus 2 times c into, okay, so this is multiplied by c, chi y eta y. So this is going to be my a b c. Okay, this is going to be b c. Now if you calculate your b square minus 4ac, so this is also similar to that, right? If you just see that, okay, so let me say this is, I'm just denoting pi. So here I will put some other symbol instead of pi. Probably I will put some more symbol. Okay. What else I can put? I'll put some symbol. Okay, some, let's say like pi 1. Okay, let me put it as pi 1. Pi 1 of pi 1 because that is completely different. So I'm going to place pi. So if you see this one, almost similar kind of things are there. Okay. Now we need to see what is the relation between b square minus 4ac and the relation between b square minus 4ac. What is the relation between this? Okay. So that we need to find. So this is going to be capital b square minus 4ac. Okay. So what is this? What is the relation between these two equations? That we need to see. So if I just calculate b square minus 4ac, what you are going to get is that you are going to get that this is going to become like j square is going to, okay, so here it is going to become like j square into b square minus 4ac is going to, okay. So you can just prove that. So if you just calculate b square minus 4ac, what you can prove is that this is going to become like j square into b square minus 4ac is going to come. So in this case, you can see that suppose b square, j square is always positive. Okay, plus the square term, it is always a positive term. So b square minus 4ac is there. So if it is greater than 0, suppose this is going to be greater than 0, then automatically this b square minus 4ac is going to be greater than 0. So this is nothing but your canonical form. Okay, this is your canonical form or standard form, we say. Okay, this equation is called canonical form or standard form. So if your b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, hyperbolic, then b square minus 4ac, this is also going to be greater than 0 because this is the relation between them. So therefore, if it is hyperbolic in the given coordinate system, once you are transforming using the canonical coordinate system, okay, you are transforming using other variable, then in that case also what you are going to get is that you are going to get that as a hyperbolic PDE. If it is a parabolic, again this is going to be 0, therefore this is going to be 0. If it is elliptic, this is going to be less than 0, this is already positive number, therefore you are going to get less than 0 entirely. So that means it is not changing the type of the PDE at all. Okay, if it is hyperbolic in the one coordinate system, again it is going to be hyperbolic in the other coordinate system. Okay, so that is the transformation. It does not change the type of the PDE. Now, what are the simple cases which we can see? Okay, so that we can derive some of the values for that. What we are going to do is that we are going to take some of the simple cases for which we can transform it and then solve that problem easily. Okay, so that we are going to see. What are the cases which is going to come? Okay, so let us see that. Okay, let it be that. I will just erase this one. Okay. So case number 1, suppose b square minus 4ac. So I already told b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, which here also b square minus 4ac greater than 0 is going to be hyperbolic. Okay. So what are the possible simple cases we are going to see? Okay. Simple cases are, suppose a is so greater than 0 I need to get. So first case, suppose a and c are 0. Okay, a equal to 0 and c equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0. Then automatically you get that b square is greater than 0 because b square is a positive number, so b square is, that is case number 1. Okay. Case number 2, I can put b equal to 0. Okay, if I put b equal to 0, then I can keep. I have to get this one to be positive, so I can put a equal to minus c. Okay, a and c are not equal to 0. Okay, not equal to 0. A and c are not equal to 0. A equal to minus c, not equal to 0. So in that case, this is second case. Okay. So in that case, also you can see that this is 0. This is going to be plus 4a square. So that is going to be very positive. Now same case, parabolic. Okay. Parabolic case. So in parabolic case, I need p square minus 4ac should be 0. So definitely I require. So simple case I am going to take. Either p square can be equal to 4ac, that is going to come. Okay, but that case we are not going to deal. What we are going to deal is that we are going to deal simple case only, 4ac equal to 0. Okay. So in this case, what I am going to take is that I am going to take b equal to 0. Okay. A equal to 0, b equal to 0, c not equal to 0, or c can be also 0. Okay, that you can take it as parabolic. Okay. Or another case, you can take a not equal to 0, b equal to 0, c equal to 0. So this is also going to be parabolic. Okay. Then elliptic case. So in elliptic case, again you can just have I think only one case will come here. So definitely b cannot be, you cannot just okay, you can take that also, b square less than 4ac you can take it, but you are going to take only simple case. So in that case, what I am going to take is that I am going to take a equal to c and b equal to 0. A equal to c, not equal to 0. Okay. So b equal to 0. So in this case, once again, what I'm going to get, I'm going to get a simple case. Okay, I'm going to take only these cases. Okay, only these 3 cases I'm going to take it, and we are going to see how it is going to transform over to the canonical. Okay, so those 3 cases we are going to see. So in this case, what will happen? Suppose first case, a equal to 0, c equal to 0, b not equal to 0. Then automatically, what you can observe here is that since a is 0, c is 0, you can expect that. Okay, so for this case, what you can expect is that you can expect that b chi sorry, not b chi, b w chi eta equal to some pi 1 of eta comma chi comma eta comma chi comma eta comma w comma w chi comma w eta I can write, or I can just write bring that over the other side, and then I can change this as some sign. Okay, you can just change this. This is first case. Now second case. Okay, so second case, what you are going to get, a equal to minus c and b equal to 0. Okay, so therefore this term will not be there. Only this term is going to come. So I am going to get a into w chi minus C into, or again A, okay, A equal to minus C. So A into W eta equal to pi 1 half is going to come. So again I'm going to divide that by A. Okay, then I can write this as chi of psi of chi comma eta comma W chi comma W eta. Now for this case, okay, for this case what I am going to get, I am going to get this as A equal to 0, B equal to 0, C not equal to 0. So this will become 0, this will become 0. Only this is going to survive. So I am going to get either W eta equal to C is going to be going over there. So psi of, okay, same thing. In this case, I am going to get A not equal to 0. So in this case, I am going to get, so case number 2. So here I am going to get W chi equal to psi of H. So here it is divided by A, here it is divided by C. Now last case. So in this case, what I am going to get, A equal to C and B equal to 0. Therefore, I am going to get, so here I got negative, here I am going to get positive. Okay, W chi plus W eta equal to some psi of X going to come. So these are the possible cases which is going to come. So now the question is, how do we find this chi and eta? Okay? How do we find this chi and eta? So the last one is there's a mistake. This should be less than 0, strictly not equals and less than. Okay. So how do we find that? So let us discuss one by one. First, we will take the canonical form of hyperbolic PDE, and then we will derive what is the equation is going to come. So let's take the first case. Okay, if I take the first case, what it is going to say, I got to get the equation of this. Okay, I got to get the equation of this. Let us see whether it is. So case number 1. So case number 1, what I am going to do? A equal to 0, C equal to 0. Okay. So A equal to 0, C equal to 0 means I am going to get. So just remember this. I am just going to erase this, and then we are going to do that. Also, I am going to erase this one also. Okay. Let's go that right now. So now we are going to take the case hyperbolic of the first case. Okay, simple case only we are going to discuss. A equal to 0 and C equal to 0. Okay, A equal to 0 and C equal to 0 and B not equal to 0. Okay, so in this case, what you are going to get? Since A equal to 0 and C equal to 0, so A chi x square plus B chi x chi y plus C chi y square equal to 0. Okay, so chi x and chi y are not equal to 0. Okay, so in that case, I can just rewrite this as A into chi x by chi y whole square plus B into chi x chi y plus C equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, I can write for the C equal to 0 case also, I can write the same way. A into eta x eta y whole square plus B into eta x eta y plus C equal to 0. Same thing is going. Okay. So now what you have is you have a quadratic equation. You have a quadratic equation chi x by chi y and eta x and eta. So therefore, I am going to get chi x by chi y is going to become like minus b. Okay, so I am going to get that as. I am going to get this as, okay. So chi x by chi y. So this is going to become like minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac is going to come. I am going to take one as chi x by chi y. Another I am going to take as eta x by eta. So this one I am just taking minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, and this one I am going to take second one I am going to take eta x by eta equal to minus b plus square root of b square minus 4. You can take the other way also. The same matter. You will get a similar kind of cases. So this is going to be my eta x and eta. Now what we are going to do is that, so this one, okay, this u1 this one I can just call this u1 and u2. So these are called the roots of this equation. Okay, these are called the roots of the equation. So two roots will come. So one I am going to assign for chi, another is going to be assigned for eta x eta. Okay. So now what we have is these two equations. Okay? So these two equations chi x by chi y equal to chi x by chi y minus mu1 xy into chi y, that is going to be 0. Okay, so the above two equations can also be written in this form. I'm just writing this one as mu and this one is mu2. Okay, that is going to become like chi x minus mu1 xy chi y equal to 0. Similarly, eta x minus mu2 into eta y equal to 0 is going to come. Now what we are going to do is that we are defining a new coordinates chi comma eta. Okay, that makes a and c equal to 0. Okay, so if you see the total derivative, okay, total derivative along the coordinate chi of x comma y equal to constant. Okay, so along the coordinate, what we are going to get that we are going to get that chi y comma chi of x comma y should be constant. Okay, chi of x comma y should be constant. So what we are going to get, chi of x comma y is constant, d psi is going to be 0. What is d psi? But what is d psi? D psi is nothing but chi x dx plus chi y dy. Okay. So if this is equal to 0, then I can write this as dy by dx equal to minus chi dy by dx equal to minus chi x by chi y square. Okay, minus chi x by chi y. Okay, so therefore I can substitute in the place of chi x and chi y. So for example here I can substitute this one. Okay, so I can write dy by dx equal to so there is a minus here, therefore this is going to become like plus b. This is going to become like plus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2. Okay, dy by dx equal to plus b square minus 4ac. Similarly here I can do the same thing for the eta x and eta y. So in that case you are going to get that as dy equal to plus b minus b square minus 4ac. Okay, so now what we are going to do, this is suppose this is a simple equation. So in this case what it is going to become, for example this equation, so this equation is going to become like, I'm going to get that as a into dy by dx square minus b into dy by dx plus c equal to 0. Okay, so this equation is called the characteristic polynomial of the PDE. Okay, whatever the PDE, whatever we obtained, a u x x plus b u x y plus c u y y equal to some pi of x comma y comma u comma u x u y. So for that equation, this is going to be the characteristic polynomial for the PDE, and these roots of these equations are given by this two. Dy by dx equal to b plus p square minus 4ac by 2a. Similarly, one more equation is going to come. So for this equation, we are going to get dy by dx equal to b minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a is going to come. Okay. So these two are called, we are going to call it as a characteristic equation. Okay. So we can find by, so if we solve these two equations, okay, if we solve these two equations, then you are going to get chi x and chi y. Okay, once you are substituting here, you are going to get that answer. So one you are going to get it like chi you are going to get. Once you are solving this one, you are going to get, it is going to be, if I solve this one, what I am going to get, I am going to get y minus something, okay, equal to some constant is going to come. So that constant I am going to call it as chi. Similarly, this constant I am going to call it as eta. Okay, so that's the way we are going to obtain the chi and eta. Okay, so once we find the chi and eta, we can find chi and eta by solving these two ODEs, okay, which is called the characteristic equations of ODE. So these are called the characteristic equations of ODE. This is called characteristic ODE. This is called characteristic ODE. So if you just integrate this integration of these two, okay, you are going to get a family of, because there will be integrating constant is going to come. Therefore, it is going to get, you are going to get a family of curve is going to come. So family of curvilinear coordinates will come. Okay, depending on your C1. So you can just play around with your C1 differently. So you are going to, so that is going to be your curvilinear coordinates. Their C1 and C2 are constants. So these two families, once I solve this, okay, once I solve this equation, I'm going to get chi of x comma y equal to C1, chi of x comma y equal to C2. So these two curvilinear coordinates, those are called characteristic curve, because once I solve this one, I am going to get a curve. Again, I am going to get a curve. Okay, so those two are called the characteristic curve, or simply the characteristics of the equation. Okay, so in the case of hyperbolic PDE, our assumption is that b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. So therefore, this is going to be greater than 0. So you are going to get a real curve here, okay, because these are going to be real. So you are going to get a real curve, real curves in the x-ray. Okay, now we'll see what are the values which we are going to get. So once I integrate this one, suppose sorry, there is a mistake here. There's a mistake here. Okay, suppose this is a constant. Okay, suppose this is a constant. What I'm going to get? Okay, I'm just going to integrate this one. Y minus b square, b plus b square minus 4ac. Okay, if I just integrate, suppose I assume everything is constant. Okay, then I'm going to get equal to some c1 is going to come. That I call as chi. Okay, so if I integrate this one, this side is going to become like y, and this side is going to be b plus b square minus 4ac into x is going to come. The slide x is missing. Okay, plus constant is going to come. So that constant, instead of I am just assuming c of x comma y equal to c1. Therefore, chi is going to become like y minus b plus b square minus 4ac into x is going to come. Okay, x is missing in the slide. Just similarly, eta is going to become like y minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac into x. So this is going to be your x and y. If a, b, c are constants, okay. If a, b, c are constants, you are going to get that. So in this case, once you substitute this value, you can automatically verify that you are going to get the equation of b chi b. You can just remove that b also. You can just bring it on the other side. So you are going to get that w of chi eta equal to some psi of etc. Okay, chi eta. Now suppose b and suppose b, a, b, c are not constants. Okay, so in that case, what we are going to get? We are going to get that instead of b minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac into x, we are going to get that as integral into dx is going to come. Similarly, here integral into dx is going to come. Okay, so that is going to be your general chi and eta. So that is going to be your general chi and eta. Okay. So using chi and eta, again you can obtain the same kind of equation, hyperbolic PDE. Okay. So just give this one. Now let's see one problem. I think one problem. Let's see. So we'll take this problem. Uxx plus. Okay, we need to transform this one. Okay. So we just remember this one. Remaining things will come automatically. So we have to find our problem is uxx equal to x square uyy. So we can verify that a is going to be 1, b is going to be 0, and c is going to be x square. Okay, so therefore you are going to get it like minus 4x square is going to come. Okay, b square minus 4ac, which is less than 0. Because x square is positive, so minus 4x square is less than 0. Okay, c is going to be uxx equal to x square uyy, which is less than. Oh, sorry. There is an equal symbol, not yes. So equal symbol. So c is going to be minus x square. Okay, so it should be plus x square. Therefore, it should be greater. So this is equal symbol, not plus. Okay, so 4x square. Therefore, it is greater than 0. Therefore, this is a hyperbolic. Okay, this is going to be a hyperbolic. So if it is a hyperbolic PDU, then again you can apply the same logic. Okay, so therefore, what you are going to get? You are going to get that dy by dx etc. is going to come. Okay, so if I substitute it over here, I am going to get the answer. So we are going to get chi equal to, okay, chi is going to become like y minus b is already 0, b square minus 4ac 0 minus 4ac is 4x square, that is going to be 2x. So this is again 2, so 2 gets cancelled. So y minus x is going to come. Okay, eta is going to become like y minus integral x dx is going to come. So integral x dx is equal to x square by 2. Okay, chi is y is going to be integral x minus x square by 2. Similarly, eta is going to become like here there is a minus symbol already. 2x x is going to come, minus into minus plus is going to come, so y plus x square is by 2 is going to come. Okay, so this is nothing but my chi and beta. Therefore, once I need to find this one, okay, I need to find what is my ABC. So for this, I need to find what is my chi x. Okay, chi x is going to become like chi x is going to become like minus 2x. Okay, chi y is going to become like 1, and then what else I require? I require I think nothing more. I think the chi, y, etc. can be required. Okay, once you are substituting in the original equation, you require that ABC. Okay, but otherwise you don't require anything. Okay, so similarly you can find what is your eta x and eta y. Okay, so eta x and eta y. Eta x is going to become like 2x. Eta y is going to become like 1. Okay, so if I substitute over here, okay, because I need to get the pi 1 of chi comma eta comma etc. also I need to get it. So in that case, I need to do some more work now. We'll see. Okay, chi and y we found, chi and eta we found. Now we need to find the remaining things. Okay, so we'll find that, and also you can simplify this and then get that y is going to become like chi plus eta by 2, and x square is going to become like, if I just add this 2, it is going to become like eta so this is going to become like eta minus chi is going to come. Okay, eta minus chi is going to come. So now what we are going to do, we are going to find the equation uxx etc. Okay, so uxx is we have seen already, uxx equal to, okay, uxx is going to become like, so I'm not going to write that. So u chi x square, u chi eta chi x eta x, w etc. we have written already. So in that case I can substitute that. So I can substitute one, then I will get that w chi, and then eta x square is going to come. But eta x square, eta x is already minus 2x. Okay, so therefore we are going to eta x is sorry, there is a 2 by 2 is correct. Okay, so minus x, so it is going to become like x square. Okay, this is going to be x square, and w chi eta into eta x eta y is going to come. So therefore this is going to become like minus 2 x square w chi eta is going to come plus w eta into what I'm going to get? I'm going to get eta x square. Okay, eta x is also x, so therefore that is going to become like w eta x square is going to come plus I have other terms. So other terms are like w chi into eta xx is going to come, or chi xx is going to come. So chi xx is going to become like, so in this case chi xx is going to become like minus 1, and eta xx is going to become like 1. Remaining all is going to become 0. Okay, so chi xx is equal to be minus 1. So in this case you are going to get minus w chi and then plus w eta is good. Similarly, you can find uyy. Okay, only these two are required. Remaining things are not required. So uyy is going to become like same way. W chi into eta y is going to come. Eta y square is going to come. So we are going to get w chi plus 2 w chi eta. Okay, because w chi eta into eta y chi y will come. Both are same one. So therefore you are going to get that. And w eta is going to come. Again eta y square is 1, and then you have w chi into chi y is going to come. Chi y is 0 because chi y is already 1. Okay, similarly here w eta into eta y is going to come. Eta y is already 0, that eta y is 0. Only these two are good. So now if I multiply this with x square and find that, then what I am going to get? So I am going to get x square is going to come. So if I just equate this two, okay, so this is going to become an x square is going to come. Here I have x square, and here I have x square, and here I have x square. So these two terms will get cancelled. Okay, only these two are going to remain. So I'm going to get it like 4 minus 4. Okay, if I just equate that, I'm going to get, I can print it over the other side. Okay, so I can write 4w chi eta into x square is going to become like, okay, w eta minus w chi minus w eta is going to, okay, I'm just going to print it on the other side. So what I'm going to get, I'm going to get u chi w chi minus w eta is going to come. So this one I can write as 4 w chi, or I can just bring it on the other side. Okay, I bring this over this side. W chi minus w eta divided by 4x square is going to come. But what is 4x square? X square I already written here. Okay, wx w chi minus w eta divided by 4 into eta minus. Okay, so this is going to be my equation. Okay, or I can write minus symbol here. So this is going to be my canonical. So same way, what you can do, you can solve the wave equation also. For wave equation, what we have c square dxx instead of x square. What I have is I have c square dxx. Okay, so same thing is going to come. C square is going to come. Here c square is going to come. Okay, minus c square is going to come. Here again c square is going to come. Okay, so here chi is not going to be c square, because what you are going to get is that you are going to get it like it's not going to be c square x is going to come, because you will get c into, once you are integrating, you are going to get only c into dx is going to come. Okay, so here all the symbols I am going to change, because wave equation. So I have utt uxx. Okay, all the symbols will change. Utt uxx. So here it is going to become like x is going to be there minus. Okay, so in the place of x I have t, so this is going to become like minus c into integral dt is going to come. So ct is going to come. Similarly, this is going to become like x plus ct is going to come. Okay, x plus ct. So if I find chi t, so chi t is going to become like minus c. Eta t is going to become like c. Chi x is going to become like 1. Chi x is eta x is going to become like 1, and rest are all 0. Okay, remaining all 0. Okay, so because c are 0. Same way here, so we will get x equal to chi plus eta by 2, and t equal to, okay, so t is going to become like eta minus chi divided by 2c. Okay, eta minus chi divided by 2c is going to come. Fine. Now what we have, we got to do the same kind of things. Okay, so here we are going to get it like chi everywhere I will change to t. Okay, so this is going to become like t, and this is going to become like x, and this is going to become c square. Okay, so here what we are going to get is that instead of x, we are going to get like c square. Okay, c square, because chi t is there, c square is going to come. Similarly, here you will get c square. Okay, similarly here you will get c square. And here, okay, once I come over here, what I am going to get, that will vanish. Those terms will vanish. Okay, this term will not be there, because w chi into chi tt will come, that is 0. W eta into eta t is going to come, that is also 0. So this term will not be there. And here, once I multiply by c square, I am going to get c square here, and c square here. Okay, so these are the terms. So in this case, what I am going to get, once again, if I just add it up, I will just get that as cancel out everything. So this term is not there. Okay, so therefore, what you are going to get, you are going to get 4 w chi eta equal to 0 is going to come. So I can just write w chi comma eta equal to 0. So if I integrate this one, okay, with respect to chi, okay, first with respect to chi, then I am going to get w of eta equal to some g kacha. I can write it as, because I am integrating with respect to chi, therefore I am going to get kacha of eta is going to come. Again, if I integrate with respect to eta. If I just integrate with respect to eta, then I am going to get something like w equal to f of chi plus some other kacha of eta also I will integrate. Therefore, I am going to get it like some other G of theta is going. So, but what is chi and theta? Okay, so chi and theta is x minus ct. I can just see that u, if you write it in terms of u, this is going to become u is equal to f of x minus ct plus g of x plus ct. So, if you remember this one, wave equation, whenever we solve that, we used to get this kind of equation. X minus, it can be written this way, x minus ct and g of x plus ct. So, I stop with this and we'll take a 10 minutes break and then we'll come back. I have one more case for the hyperbolic and then we will discuss about the parabolic case also. Okay, let's take 10 minutes break and then we'll come back.